Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to everyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And I'm here today with some fast and fun cards. I received one of these layouts from a Stampin' sister named Megan, and this is the card she sent me, and I thought, oh, how cool, and what a great way probably to use up some scraps. So I recreated her layout here. It's really easy, and I'm going to show it to you. So let me set that one aside. And hi Gladys, how are you today? I have these measurements. I'll leave them there for a moment. I'll put them back up at the end, and they will definitely be in my blog post about this live tomorrow. That's when it'll be. So here are all the measurements if you're using A4 cardstock, and here they are if they're letter. You'll see here I've got a kind of a range of sizes. It doesn't have to be exact, and I'll show you why in just a minute. And that's a good thing when you're using up scraps to do this. So let me show you how to score the card base. And if you're making one of these, you might as well make two or more. So I'm going to show you starting with a full piece of cardstock, because like I said, you might as well go ahead and make two of them. So what I found was, I'm working with A4. It's the same concept if you're working with letter. You're just using inches instead of the centimeters. So I found for my first small score, which is 2.5 or 1 inch, to work on the right side of the cutter is really easy, because it's got those set up right there. And you're just going to score the whole length of your cardstock, and then move over to your halfway point, which is 10.5 with A4 or 4 1/4 on the letter. And again, score all the way the full length, and then turn it and just cut it in half. You know, 14.9 for the A4 and 5.5 for the letter. So now you've got two of these bases all ready to go. That is super fast and easy, right? And what you're gonna do is, love my bone folder, you're gonna fold it in half, varnish it, and then fold this little one that you made back the other way and burnish it. Fold in half, burnish. I don't know if there's a name for this particular fold. It's not a true Z fold. I've got a third one here. And then I actually have several that I've gone ahead and cut some cardstock to use with it. I didn't burnish so well on these, so look at that. Or I've gone ahead and cut my DSP. So this one I've actually cut because I was using a scrap. It's actually a bit less than what I said on my thing, but it's going to work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this flap down. I don't usually do that before I put the designer series paper down, because usually it goes underneath that flap, which is why there can be some variation. You can go all the way as wide as you want up to that crease, but you at least need to get it under that flap. Except this time I'm not doing that. I'm breaking my own rule. But you know, they're made to be broken, right? So who else is here? Oh, Megan, good. This is the card that you sent me that I'm casing. And I just didn't get a chance to send you a message this morning to let you know that I was doing this. So I'm glad you popped on. Megan, is there a name for this layout? And hi, my Swari. Glad to see you here. So this is scraps. I went into my scrap envelopes. This is a scrap from Flowers for Every Season. And this middle one, this is actually from the In Colors paper stack. See, there's the other side of the Flowers for Every Season. And this one I thought would be cool to do on the vertical instead of the horizontal, even though I'm gluing it horizontally because I can see better what I'm doing. And I was going to do this one, this sentiment, I think. This is from Healing Hugs. I'm gonna do a get well soon, I believe. You cased it from Dena. Okay. Well, I may do a quick search over with her and see if I can find something. Yeah, I just love it. I think it's great for using up scraps. I think it's quick and easy and fun. I just loved it when I got yours. I already showed yours on here, Megan. Again, there's Megan's. Love it. And I was going to find a punch that was good for this. So if you're into Kylie's Love It, Chop It, I think this fits very well in there because if you cut, you can just get from a 10 centimeter wide piece, you can just make it work. It's not 10.5 would be a little bit better, but 10 will work. So I was going to use some dimensionals here. And let's find some ribbon. I could do the plain. Hey Karen, how are you? Yeah, I think the plain. There's enough patterns going on already. Try to be a little more economical with the ribbon here. Glue dot. How's everyone doing today? We seem to be kind of sunny, at least right now here in Melbourne. That's a good deal. If you've been on my Facebook page since Friday or on my blog, seen my blog this morning, or even my Nancy's Nifty Notes Facebook page, you will have seen we have a new addition to our household. We have an 8-week-old puppy who we've agreed to raise for the Seeing Eye Dogs for Vision Australia. And yeah, it's like having a baby and toddler all in one again. We're doing shifts at night to be taking him, getting up with him and taking him out to do his business. I think we need something brighter than just the enamel dots, so I'm gonna go with some rhinestones, I think. regular ones if I can find them. There we go. Oh, no, this puppy does not smell. You know, I keep hearing about sweet puppy breath. I'm not experiencing that at all. This one's got some nastiness going on. So we got to talk to our resource person about that pretty quick here. Fortunately, we've got a Zoom meeting with him tomorrow. And I ordered puppy shampoo. That should help a lot of things as well. Okay, so there's one of mine done. And we'll put Megan's aside there. And then like I said, I pre-cut several of them. So I'm gonna put this here and let you guys think about where that piece came from for a little bit. See if anyone can figure that out. So this is, again, flowers for every season. And I went ahead and cut those pieces. Am I teaching him to make cards? Well, he spends time in here with me, Paula. Hey, Beck, are you raising your hand because you know where it's from? Or are you just saying hi? He spends time with me in here, that's for sure. Sometimes playing with toys, sometimes being very demanding that I spend time with him. And mostly I get my stuff done when he naps, which fortunately, being a little puppy, he does quite a bit. But the idea is to teach him to settle in his own place on a tether and keep himself occupied while his handler eventually does their job. So the fact that Glenn and I are working from home is a good start for that. Glenn's got permission to take him into his office when and if he ever gets to go back to it. So that'll be good. They've had quite a few puppy raisers go through Melbourne Business School. You're just saying hi. Okay. So that works nicely. They're in fact, their head of personnel, people and culture here, was very excited to approve another puppy coming in. So when we got him on Friday, Glenn sent her a quick email with a picture, and she was just ecstatic. She said that made her week. So he is very, very cute when he's not trying to chew on us and when he's not refusing to go back to sleep in the middle of the night. But he's really been very good with that. I find if I sit with him quietly and just pet him a little bit, he gets very drowsy, and I can put him in his crate and he goes to sleep. And I go back to sleep. So again, quick, easy. And then I'm going to put this one on with dimensionals. Anyone figure out where this piece comes from? Oh, I can think of some people who don't like a puppy. I can definitely think of some. Mostly my parents, but that's okay. No? Nobody figured out where that piece comes from? It's the inside of the wreath dies. I don't know why I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Wreath builder dies, yeah. So it's the inside of this die. And when I cut it out, I thought, that's kind of a cool piece. So I held on to it, and I thought that'd be fun on there. So, yeah. And now some embellishments. We're just gonna keep going with rhinestones, I think. I have dog therapy at my son's uni. Oh, he can go. Yeah, that's happening at a lot of unis. Is the dogs coming in to cuddle. At my son's uni, they did that too. Puppy and kitten or cat study breaks. I think that's a great thing. This time I'm using the champagne rhinestones. And where are we gonna go with this? I don't know. This is the part I struggle with, right? So there's another one. I didn't do a bow on this one, but I think that's okay. And here's the other one that I had pre-cut. This one's on Very Vanilla, and this is using some of the Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. I love this stuff. And this is the one, this was 10 centimeters wide, and you can see it just barely makes it over there, but it's gonna work just fine because I say so. So with this 10 centimeter by 14.4, I was able to get all 3 strips because I just flipped the middle one over. So it just keeps, there we go. Hi Roseanne, thank you. This is Christmas Gleaming. And I am running a series of classes featuring this bundle. If you are interested, each month, October, November, December, my tutorial has 5 different designs. If you're in Australia, for November and December, you can still sign up to get the kit, which gets you supplies to make 2 of each of those 5 designs. If you are not in Australia, you can buy any or all 3 of the tutorials. That would get you up to 15 designs that you will be able to make using this bundle and some additional supplies, which are listed in the tutorial. I'm happy to send you the complete list if you want to know it before you commit to buying the tutorial. But I held the October session on Sunday, and my participants seem to really like it and like the designs. So yeah, that's being a fun thing. Okay, so now I can glue this one down. This one down. Now, I haven't figured a sentiment for this one yet. That one almost doesn't need a sentiment. That one's pretty glitzy on its own. Maybe just leave that one as is. And then I'll show you how I cut some designer series paper while I'm figuring out that. Here's just a couple others that I made after I got the one from Megan, because I was pretty enthused about them. You can see there's another one with that paper that I used just a minute ago. Here's the paper that Megan used. A little bit of that one. Maybe we'll do one with that. It's on the reverse side. Yeah. We need something else for the reverse. That's not long enough. That's not different enough. We'll figure something out here. Do a bit of that. Okay, put my cutter back in. So again, I have the measurements for everybody. I will have those up at the end and on my blog post tomorrow. So this one we're doing at 14.4. And 2.5. This one again at 14.4. And 2.3. Oh, that one went crooked. I can see it already. Still crooked. Oh my. I have to fix it on my other one. Yeah, I'm not doing any Halloween cards. It's just not a thing here. None of my customers are particularly interested in Halloween, which was also true and largely in Arizona, although I was able to do like some project stuff with people in Arizona for Halloween. Yeah, this one's gone terribly wrong. Let me try again here. 2.3 right there, and right there. There we go. Okay, here we go. Well, you know, you like the colors. Stampin' Up just makes it easy. They put together these papers that are so nicely designed and color coordinated, and I just take my inspiration from those and run with it. Glue that down. They are quick and easy. But they're interesting too. That's what I like. They're not just, here's a rectangle card with a rectangle of DSP on it with a sentiment slapped on. There's some design interest, right? What sentiment should we use on there? Let's do this one. Says, thank you so very much from Butterfly Gala. And I'm going to pull out, I think, early espresso to go with the browns in there. How should we cut that out? I think that will make it. I'm just going to run it through my stamp and cut and emboss machine here. There's that. And we'll figure out a ribbon for that one. What do we think here? Always seems, I like this ribbon. I love the mint macaron color. I like the ribbon. I love the copper ribbon that it's sold with. I just ordered another one because I'm out of the copper. I especially love it because it goes so well with this brightly gleaming paper, as well as the Gilded Autumn. But so I'm gonna have a lot of this basket weave mint macaron left, and I'm hoping there's a lot of good things left to use it up with. Let's see where that goes. Oh, I can hear the puppy crying. Glenn's probably trying to tether him and leave him alone to get some work done, and puppy's having none of it. Which is why Glenn has him, because he was doing that with me as I was trying to get set up for this session. I thought, we can't have him crying in the background. You're going to be telling me to go deal with him and not be with you guys. That's not what I wanted to do. So I think that's what I want to do with that. Yeah, I think I did Halloween stuff for my kids and such, but so here's a fun Halloween story for here, because of course pumpkins are a fall vegetable, fruit, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm liking that one. And of course, right now it is spring, heading into summer here. The supermarkets, I mean, they don't have the big, some have some of the big pumpkins, like we think of for jack-o'-lanterns, but it's really kind of the wrong season for it here, right? So they're promoting using watermelon instead, like those little seedless, very round seedless watermelon, which is kind of a fun idea. But I've got no place really to display one for people passing by, so. And who knows if we'll even be out of lockdown by the time Halloween comes, right? So I'm just not worrying about it. There's no trick-or-treating in my building anyway. Okay, so this is In Good Taste Designer Series paper, and I thought it'd be fun to use it for a little more of a subtly bit. And I had not pre-selected anything. So I'm just going through and pulling out some likely scraps, and I'll do some mix and match. Oh, you hear him? There you go. Now he's quiet. I'm impressed my microphone could pick that up and transmit it, but there we go. Let's see what we want to combine here. I kind of like that and that. It's the same one. Those. This is just to be a little more subtle. And my trimmer here. Oh, to carve a pumpkin. Carve a pumpkin. So, you know, we usually use the big orange ones. And if you can find them and it doesn't break your bank, have at it. Sorry, I just got distracted by what Nikki said. I don't think I said Wednesday, Arizona time. If I did, I was distracted. I apologize. So what you do is you've got your pumpkin, and you start by cutting around the stem. Leave a good collar. You want to be somewhere in between the stem itself and the shoulders, if you will, of the top of the pumpkin. Cut around that and pry it off, and then you need to take a big spoon and scoop out all the guts, we call it, all the seeds. If you like roasting pumpkin seeds, you can clean all the stringy stuff off them and wash them and let them dry for a little bit, and you can roast them with some salt or other seasonings. I do 2.5 when I wanted to do 2.3. Yep. And then, and then take permanent texta or marker and draw whatever you want to carve into it on the side, and then you take a nice sharp knife. Sometimes a serrated knife is easier than a straight knife, but just have a variety of sizes of knives and tools and such, and I like to turn it that way and hold it, and you can kind of saw up and down around your outline to cut your pieces. And that's how you carve a pumpkin. I'm sure there are YouTube videos that will show you. Okay, 14.4 again. Let's do 6 this time. Okay, so there are those pieces. One of my pre-cut bases. So that's going to go on there. Like I said, this one's going to be more subtly colored. I didn't change days. The hours shifted, I think, 1 hour early for those of you in North America. At least, and I think for Arizona, that's going to stay that way until we change clocks again in the fall for us, spring for you. But I think the rest of the US that changes clocks, we're going to change back to my regular time when you change clocks again. What? Soon. What did I do? Do them backwards? Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, 2.3. That works too. So there's that one. And we'll do another sentiment of some kind on there. Going to double check my die before I actually, okay. This one's from Bloom and Grow. Let's celebrate you. The time change thing converted to Wednesday. I'm sorry. I will double check that better next time. But hopefully you guys have figured me out here. I think we're gonna do crumb cake. See how that turns out. Trim that paper down so I can get it through the cutting machine, and we'll do that. Yeah, cutting a pumpkin, it's a little bit of work, but you know, my kids were doing it basically on their own from about the time they were 7 or 8. I had some carving tools that were serrated little saws, and they were designed for kids, so they really couldn't hurt themselves. I didn't let them have at it with my big sharp carving knives from the kitchen, but you know. Come here. So that's Tasteful Labels dies is what this is from, and it's rid of that set. And what are we going to use for ribbon today? Maybe we'll use some of this. I think this is from Forever Greenery, but it's could have done that. again, this one's monochrome, right? So I don't know if you noticed, before I tighten the knot on my bows, I'm spending a little bit of time, especially this one that likes to wrap around, getting the loops the size that I want and things untwisted or twisted the way I want. And then once I have it the way I want, I can tighten up that knot. But if you do too much tightening before you do your adjusting, you're gonna, especially thinner, like twine or thinner ribbon, you're gonna wind up with it twisting the loops and stuff. Let me see if I can get this one to V. I used to do this all the time. So the easy way to do that, I don't know if you're seeing it, is just fold it in half and then snip at an angle, and you've got it V'd. So put that one higher, I think. And I'm going to glue it flat this time. This is called designing on the fly, right? I felt that move. And get a glue dot on there. What do you think? Bling? No bling? I know people say always bling. Some people say never bling. Not those bling. Maybe a few of those bling. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah, frills would have been a choice too. To go with the white, but I think that works. That kind of picks up the grayish tone that's in there, but picks up the light. I don't know. I'm gonna do that. I have done that. Okay. I got one more base cut, but I'm not sure you need to sit there through me doing all this. So I think I'm gonna call it good for today. Let me make a little space here. Let me bring the measurements back in for you. And like I said, they will be on my blog, so don't panic if you're not getting them in this instant. Of course, if you're watching on replay, you can always pause and get them as well. So there's that. And here's what I made today. 1, 2, 3. This one may or may not add a sentiment. I kind of like it like that. 4, 5. Here's the one from Megan that was my inspiration. Yeah, thanks for joining me today. And I will be back same time, same day, same place next week. Whatever time it is, I will double check my my link and make sure that you guys have accurate information to find me. And I will talk to you guys later. Let me know if you have any questions on anything, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.